Our first lesson, lesson 1, is about square numbers. So if you take down in your book the title, square numbers, and if you write in beneath that, a square number is a number multiplied by itself. And if you take down the wee example, 3 with a wee 2 means 3 times 3, which is 9. Also take down another wee example. If you had 10 with a wee 2, it's 10 times 10 equals 100. So that's what a square number is. I then would like you to write down some of the first square numbers. So if we write down a list of square numbers, and you just write down exactly what I'm writing down. So 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5, 6 times 6, 7 times 7, 8 times 8, 9 times 9, 10 times 10. Now, once you are familiar enough with that, I would like you to do page 55 and 56 from your homework booklet, term 2. So from booklet term 2, which is uploaded. Now, if you have to use a calculator, you can, but what I'm now going to do is I'm now going to put the answers on. So if you pause the video and you put your own work in, and then come back and mark. So the first one, it says write each as multiplications. So 3 times 3, 1 times 1, 6 times 6, 9 times 9, 10 times 10, 4 times 4, 12 times 12. This one is writing using the squared symbol. 2 squared, 5 squared, 11 squared, 35 squared, 20 squared, 13 squared, 7 squared. The next one is working them out. 5 times 5, 3 times 3, 8 times 8, 9 times 9, 2 times 2, 10 times 10, 7 times 7. 1 times 1, 4 times 4, 6 times 6, 11 times 11, 20 times 20. Now the quick way of doing that, 2 times 2, and then put down 2 zeros. 12 12s, and 50 times 50. So the quick way is 5 times 5, and 2 zeros. Number 4 is writing out the first 10 squared numbers. So that's 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5, 6 times 6, 7 times 7, 8 times 8, 9 times 9, and 10 times 10. Now you can use your calculator. I'm going to show you a wee button on your calculator here. So if your calculator is like mine, see the wee X2 button, you can just put in 14 squared to give you 196. So I'm going to do that the whole way along this question here. So it's going to be 18 squared to give me 324. 21 squared to give me 441. 27 squared to give me 729. 35 squared to give me 1225. 19 squared is 361. 28 squared, 784. I'll show you the squared button. So the next is 43 squared to give you 1849. 56 is a squared button to give you 3136. 81 squared to give you 6561. 92 squared to give you 8464. 99 squared to give you 9801. 120 squared to give you 14400. 163 squared to give you 26569. I'm going to do exactly the same for the next question. So 73 squared, 5329. 59 squared, 3481. 208 squared, 43264. 199 squared is 39601. 6.5 squared is what? 42.25. 8.2 squared is 67.24. 7.8 squared is 60.25. 0.84, 0.7 squared, 0.49, 27.6 squared, just using the squared button each time, 761.76, 0.45 squared, gives you 0.2025, 19.11 squared, gives you 365.1921, 800 squared, 640000, 1,000 squared is 1, and then 6 noughts, and 1111 squared gives you 1234321. Now, the next page we're going to look at, this lesson, write down the squared numbers in this list. So, the 2 2s are 4, 9 9s are 81, and 4 4s are 16, and 11 times 11. Question 2. 100 can be written as two different squared numbers. Well, it's 10 squared, and it's also minus 10 squared, because minus 10 squared is minus 10 times minus 10. If you can remember, two minuses give you a plus, and 10 tens is 100. 85 can be written down as the sum of two squared numbers in different ways. So the first squared number I have is 1. 1 and 84 doesn't work. So the next squared number is 4. 4 and 81. So 81 add 4 gives me 85, and 81 is 9 squared, add 2 squared. Tom says if you square a number, the answer is always bigger. Show he's incorrect. Well, 1 squared is 1 times 1, which is still 1. It hasn't got bigger. I've got to use two different examples. Go to try a decimal. Try in your calculator 0.5 squared, and it'll come up 0.25. That's half, and it's gone down to a quarter. So that one's got smaller, and that one has stayed the same. James is adding up consecutive triangular numbers. Now, I'm not sure if you remember triangular numbers from primary school, but I will show you what it is. You start off with a 1, and then the next number is a 2. 1 add 2 is 3, 2 add 3 is 5, 3 add 5 is 8, 5 add 8, you just add the two previous ones. I should have put a 1 in the front there, so it's 1 add 1 is 2, 1 add 2 is 3, 2 add 3 is 5, and so on. 5 add 8 is 13, 13 add 8 is 21, I've got to go to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, got to add more, so it's 34, and 21 add 34 is 55. Write out the first 10 triangular numbers, just done that for you. Add together the first and the second, so the first and the second is 2. Add together the second and the third, so the second and the third, adding those together, is 3. Add together the third and the fourth, it's 5. What do you notice about your answers? The next number is the sum of the previous two numbers. Will this always happen? Can you explain why? So yes, because there's a pattern that continues on. Now number 6. When you add 3 consecutive squared numbers, so that's 3 numbers after each other. So let's see. 1 squared, add 2 squared, add 3 squared, gives me 14. The answer is always odd. I've just proved it's wrong. Is she right? No. And I have explained it. Just say which is even. Duncan has answered the questions below. Can you spot any mistakes? So 3 squared should be 3 times 3, not 3 times 2. 7 squared should be 7 times 7, 49. And 8 squared should be 8 times 8, which is 64.